Hey guys, happy Monday, February 17th. It is President's Day. The markets were closed today, but they are open tomorrow. Before I head out the door to AMC to see my very first screen unseen movie, I want to give you a quick mid Q1 update. I want to talk with you in this video about the Q1 box office, some updates regarding that lenders versus AMC lawsuit. We have some key dates coming up here this coming week. I want to talk to you about Adam Aron's tweets this weekend and my concerns about the Go plan, whether those concerns are justified or not. Let's get right into this info, and then I need to get out the door. Captain America came in right at my expectations for the 3-day weekend, bringing in $87.8 million for the 3-day weekend. That gave the industry for the 3-day weekend a box office total just over $152 million. We sure needed it because the weekend box office for the last 5 or 6 weeks has been a little bit low, but you know, it's Q1. That was expected. We all knew that it was going to be a slow quarter. The industry is at $877 million for Q1, and I still think, you know, it's going to be tough to get to $1.8 billion by the end of March. So my number is going to be probably somewhere under $1.8 billion for Q1 box office. I will cross my fingers and hope that it's higher than that, but that is my realistic expectation. $1.8 billion or lower for Q1. That means that AMC is going to book a loss for Q1 and have cash burn for Q1. If I look at the cash burn for Q4, which let's just say generously negative $100 million, and pick a number for Q1, negative $200 million, they are going to burn through all of that dilution that they did in December. And that was the reason they did that dilution. They did that cash raise. They needed the cash to offset the expected cash burn for Q4 and Q1. Smart business sense, smart liquidity management on their part. Rough for investors, I get it. That is my thoughts about the Q1 box office and my expectations for Q1 cash burn for AMC. I'm probably not going to touch on box office here on the channel again until the end of Q1 when we get the final number for the industry box office January through March. Moving on into this week though, we have this lender versus AMC lawsuit where the lenders were suing AMC, upset about the debt restructuring. And there is some key dates coming up. AMC filed a motion to dismiss that lawsuit. And the plaintiffs, which is the lenders, have a key date on Tuesday, February 18th, by which they must file any opposition to that motion to dismiss. So not really expecting any decision from the judge or the court, but the plaintiffs do have a key filing date on February 18th. The next dates coming up regarding that lawsuit would be March 28th, where AMC will have a chance to respond to the plaintiff's response. And then we really expect to hear something from the court probably on or before April 2nd. I mentioned this lawsuit for those of you that are curious about following every single thing that is going on, or for those of you who are hypersensitive to risk. This is a lawsuit which you should be paying attention to, because if it goes unfavorably to AMC, it could have some pretty bad ramifications. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Maybe it gets dismissed. Maybe it gets settled. Maybe it goes to the judge for a decision. We will have to wait and see. The last thing that I want to talk about is Adam Aron's tweet and the Go plan. And this is timely because Adam Aron tweeted twice today, Monday morning. On the first of those tweets, CEO Adam Aron talked about seating upgrades just completed at 3 of AMC's highest grossing theaters. The second of those tweets talked about the top dozen of AMC's highest grossing theaters on Saturday. And he mentions that they had IMAX, Dolby Cinema, and/or Prime Plus Laser. It's not really a secret, I don't think, that AMC has been spending CapEx, cash, in other words, to upgrade facilities and equipment to make sure they offer the best equipment and best facilities to keep up with the competition and not lose market share. And as I was looking at the comments, about half the people got it. It's an investment in the future, but it is an expenditure of cash. And the other half of the comments were very upset that the company is spending cash. It is a difficult situation that AMC is caught in, because if they don't spend cash, then they're going to get outpaced by Cinemark, for example, who has free cash flow and is investing in their facilities. I am hopeful that in the upcoming earnings call that AMC gives everybody a updated guidance for CapEx for 2025 and maybe for 2026. And those of us that are watching these numbers want to know, is it going to be on par with last year, or is there going to be an increase in CapEx, which is something that those of us that watch the financials are going to want to know so we can factor that into our models. In the last earnings call, CEO Aron talked about the GO plan, which is essentially the company's CapEx plan. I think what they've communicated so far is they will only increase CapEx in conjunction with an increase in free cash flow. And I hope that is the case. But I really, for myself, want to hear them say that again on the upcoming earnings call. And I hope you guys are listening for that as well. If I read between the lines, or maybe some of y'all are very blunt in the comments responding to these tweets, some of you guys are worried, just like I am, that these tweets are kind of greasing the skids for an announcement that the company is going to increase CapEx. And I think that's something, if we're trying to manage cash, that we need to be paying very close attention to as investors or potential investors. While it is without question necessary to continue improving facilities and equipment, we need to understand where the cash is going to come from and make sure, ideally, that it's only coming from incremental free cash flow, not from tapping the secondary markets, i.e. more dilution. That is all I got for you on this quick video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the Q1 box office. Where is it going to end up? Are you watching the Lenders versus AMC lawsuit? Is that a risk factor that you're worried about at all? And what do you make of these two tweets from Adam Aron this Monday morning? Thank you for watching. I am Tony Denaro, and I will see you on the next video.